Now, other stories we think you should know about today include just a day after rates were left on hold. Today, its key officials were being quizzed at a Senate hearing on the cost of living in Sydney. Fiona Willan, who was at the Reserve Bank's media conference yesterday, was at the Senate hearing today again. Fee, there was more. You're getting an overdose of RBA at the moment. There was a bit more insight into the RBA's thinking, though, today.
Can't get enough, Ross. Look, today was the chance for senators to really dig into the details of that rates announcement yesterday. Of course, yesterday it was the RBA Governor, Michelle Bullock, in the hot seat. Today, the person facing questions was the Assistant Governor, Sarah Hunter, and she was asked about the RBA's revised forecast on inflation. So this week we've learned that underlying inflation is now not expected to reach its target band of 2 to 3% until the end of next year. So that's about 3 to 6 months later than expected, and that's because of inflation. The RBA Governor says big spending government budgets are part of the reason for that, and so that's where the line of questioning went today. This was a question by Liberal Senator Jane Hume. This was the answer.
Those policies being temporary, they'll have an impact this year, they'll have an impact next year, but in terms of being a sustained return to target, that's not something that we can see coming from those particular policies because they are only legislated for 1 year.
Now, the federal budget handed down in May, it included a number of measures to ease cost of living pain, and that includes energy rebates for every household. Now, the Treasurer, Jim Chalmers, insisted that it wouldn't be inflationary. In fact, he claimed those energy rebates would actually put downward pressure on inflation. Today, Sarah Hunter said state and federal energy subsidies would actually not help get inflation under control.
Your forecasted increase from 2.1% to, I think, 4.1%, which is quite a dramatic sort of statistical shift.
So where that forecast comes from in general is just a reflection of our assessment of the recent announcements that we've had from federal and state governments. We consider.
Jim Chalmers gave a radio interview today and he's disputing claims that government spending is prolonging inflation. However, the fact that it's high, as we've learned this week, means, according to the RBA, there will be no rate cut this year. Ross?
Fiona Willan, our central bank correspondent, many thanks for your time. Always good to have on the program.